We're at the north end of DD Highway, paved highway. We're about to transition into a gravel road, and that will be Pleasant Ridge Road. I'll set the trip meter here. Oh, there's a wild turkey right in front of us on the road. She's crossing right over there. She's still on the shoulder. There she is. Oh, I didn't mean to make it fly. So, as I was about to say, great area for wild turkey. That actually happened on one other video out here that we took pretty recently. But yeah, in all seriousness, it is a fantastic area for wildlife. Obviously turkey, deer as well. Pleasant Ridge Road, which is what we're on right now, the property borders that along its entire west side. And this is a county maintained road. Wright County does a good job of taking care of it. We've got electric and phone on the west side of the property. And then the entire east side of this property borders the Fuson conservation area for about 330 feet. So you can set up your home or your camp on your 10 acres, and you have direct access to about 1,500 acres of land that's open to the public for hunting and camping and fishing. There's a creek on there. There are some big caves in the conservation area, so you've got use of that directly adjoining your property, which is pretty great. We had a total of 12 tracts out here. We were lucky enough to get 12 properties. They're going pretty fast. We're looking at tract 4 right now. We're passing some of the other properties. They're all on the right side of the road. There's tract 8. There's tract 7. That would be tract 6. And tract 5, I can see the sign up in the tree. So the next property will be tract 4. In fact, there's the metal stake, pink ribbon tied around it. I never know if these things show up in the camera or not, but that's where it is. So that's going to be about the southwest corner of tract 4. Like I said, the entire west side borders the road, Pleasant Ridge Road. So everything you see on the right is tract 4. You can see the power is directly on the property, which is pretty great. Phone is at the county road here, so that's available as well. There's a sign in the tree saying tract 4, so you know you are at the property. I'll pull up to the northwest corner and I'll get that on the video, and then I'll back up and we'll just take a little walk around the property. So there's the metal stake, which marks about the northwest corner of tract 4. If we were to continue driving north on this property about another, well, less than a quarter mile, there's an access point to the Fuson conservation area. But like I mentioned, this property does have access along its entire west side. So you've got direct access on your own private property, which is pretty awesome. It doesn't look like the guys have done an approach on tract 4. You can do your own, or we can take care of it for you. It just takes a couple hours with the skid loader to strip out an approach. go for a little walk. So now I'm looking south on Pleasant Ridge Road. We're standing on the property. And looking north. Obviously we're still standing on the property. It's on the right side of the road. I have not walked this whole property, but looking at the aerial photos, basically the only open area is this west side, this part by the road here. And other than that, you're looking at trees, trees, trees. I'll just walk back toward the east. I'll keep this running and we'll see what we can see. It looks fairly level off of the road, maybe just a little roll to it, but every bit of it usable. There's some running water. It rained last night, so to be on the safe side, let's call that a wet weather creek that probably only runs after it has rained. Like I said earlier, this property is basically all wooded, different sizes of trees. Thousands and thousands of oaks that are probably about 15 years old. Oaks and hickories. And then we actually have some big mature timber as well. That looks like a big oak right there. Here's a stand of some large trees. This could actually be a nice building site in and of itself. We're maybe just a couple 100 feet off the county road, but because of all these trees, it is super private. I can't see the road, I can't see the truck, which usually pops right out, being bright red. I guess it's back there somewhere. Very private. And this goes back to the east about another 1,000 feet. So you can be just as private as you want to be on this property. And it's 330 feet wide, about 330 feet wide. We're about in the middle of that. So we're over 160 feet north and south to any other property owners. And you can't see 160 feet with all these trees. So I mean, this is private. This looks like a little deer trail. I'll follow this back toward the east. Some more big trees. It's early May. Over half of the leaves are out already. Got quite a few leaves that aren't out yet. Here's another somewhat open area. Again with big trees. It's an unusual tree. I'm not sure what that is. The bark is like a pine, but I don't believe that is a pine. Hickory maybe. Pretty area. Another great spot for a campsite. I think I said this in the other video or videos that I took of a couple of tracks out here that are already gone. We were just super excited to get these properties. They had everything that we always look for when we're trying to buy properties, and I believe it's the first time we've gotten it all at once, which is bordering the public land. So you've got use of 1,500 acres on your 10-acre site. It's got county maintained frontage. It's near some good towns. Marshfield and Lebanon. Hartville is a smaller town. Grove Spring is a very small town, which is nearby. It's got electric and phone right at the property, and private, but not 3 hours from everywhere. I mean, this property has a really private feel out here in northwestern Wright County, but it's not like in southeast Missouri where you might have to go 3 hours to get to a Walmart store. We're actually not that far out of Springfield, which is the largest town in southwest Missouri. That's as far as I'll walk back to the west. The land looks like it stays about the same. Feel free to come check it out if you would like. I'll walk back toward the east. I think I mentioned before, this is Tract 4. Really cool property. We're probably only a third of the way back on this property. There's a lot more that you can explore at your leisure. Excuse me. So that's Tract 4 at the Fuson Conservation Area. When these are gone, they'll be gone. So if you've been looking for a really solid deal on a really usable property, take a good close look at this one. Let us know if you have any questions at all. Tract 4, 10 acres at the Fuson Conservation Area.